What's up everyone, my name is Ron from Comics and Stuff, and for today's episode we are going over the Marvel Legends series KAZAR action figure. And this is a figure that I've been waiting for quite a long time. I mean, some of the stories, some of the best stories of X-Men involve the Savage Land, and KAZAR is a pretty prominent character of the Savage Land. That and his loyal companion Zabu, which by the way guys is the Build-A-Figure of this wave. So I'm excited to get into this figure and all of that, but before we do, let's get into the package. As you guys see, it is the standard Marvel Legends series box with a clear plastic window showing off the figure, accessories, and all of that. Marvel KAZAR right there, Hasbro logo right there, Marvel Legends series at the top. Now to the side, some nice artwork of KAZAR. To the other side, the same nice artwork of KAZAR. And to the bottom, barcode, legalities, and all of that. But now when we go to the back, there is, warnings and all of that. The other figures in the wave, as well as Zabu, which is the other figure, other than Cable, that I'm most interested in. Now, there is the same artwork that we just saw on the sides right there. A nice little synopsis of KAZAR, Marvel Legends series up there, KAZAR. Now that we went through the package though, let's open it up and check out the figure. Alright, and now here we have KAZAR outside of the package, and out the jump guys, I'm heading into his height real quick because he does have quite a few accessories, at least when compared to other Marvel Legends figures. So with that being said, he stands at about 6.5 inches, just a tiny bit underneath it. It's a bit on the tall side, but that's okay because I do imagine KAZAR to be a bit on the tall side. Now when it comes to accessories, I'm not including this, alright? It is the Zabu Build-A-Figure piece. I will go through Zabu itself if I manage to collect all the pieces, but it's there guys, just wanted to show it. The accessories that are meant for KAZAR though are these pair of fist hands right here. And I don't know if they changed them up, but from what I remember, KAZAR is just a normal human being, albeit in peak physical condition, fighting dinosaurs all his life, but he's still a human being. And he's gonna need punches in order to fight said dinosaurs. So I do like that. And he's gonna need weapons, and in order to have those weapons, he's gonna need hands in order to equip them. And they do include them. So I do like that, and thankfully they are vertical hinged. So it allows for more natural posing for your picks. The weapons that he comes with though is this knife right here, and there is a bit of sculpt on the handle, a nice metallic gold. I do like how it looks. I don't know if it's reuse, but if it is, it's proper reuse. KAZAR's gonna need a knife to fight them dinosaurs. And the other weapon right here is this rock spear. As you guys see, the blade is meant to be imitating a rock. There is some texture to it. It's a bit blunted, so I do like that. There is a bit of rope right there close to the blade, and that's not painted. That is an actual separate piece. The spear itself is brown, and although it's not super gummy, it's not super rigid, so yeah, it holds its shape well. Now that we went through all the accessories though, let's go through this KAZAR figure because there's stuff that, I love. But there's stuff that I really don't love. And I'm gonna first start off with the bad. And that's this guys. This right here, the forearms. I know it uses the Vulcan body. Now, it seems like it's completely Vulcan body, but there's some changes to it. I got a Cyclops here just to show those changes guys. First of all, super ripped. I do like that change for KAZAR. And it does seem to be the same torso, just retooled or sculpted, differently for KAZAR. I mean, there are similarities. So, there are nipples. So, and I do think that this body overall was a good body to choose for KAZAR. But dang, he's a bare figure, nothing to hide those lines right there. That's just, I don't know. Like, couldn't they have made different forearms or something, or included different. I mean, there's got to be forearms that could be used with this body, right? Yeah, that stands out so bad. And especially this side. Look at that. There's like a little wedge right there. It all looks good. I like the silhouette and everything like that. But that's ugly. Another thing that I don't like, guys, is that when you articulate it, yeah, it has that gap. And I don't understand that because, you know, although some of these Vulcan bodies got that gap, a lot don't. So that's a bummer. But other than those gripes, I'm now going to head into the good, guys. That face. That face looks like KAZAR. A strong jawline, a bit of a indent for that chin. The lips are painted nice. The brow is like all furrowed and everything, you know, making it look all mean and stern. Yeah, I like it a lot. There is some blue there for his irises. The hair sculpt looks okay. It looks, you know, it looks good. It suits KAZAR. And what I do like about it, though, is that there's some light brushing on it. It does seem to be like a mustard kind of color. And I like it because it dirties his hair up a bit. And considering he's from the Savage Land, yeah, he's not going to be all clean and all of that. Now, other than his head, there is no paint on his body. There is some, you know, paint over here, some details on his lion's cloth. But I don't know what's that, guys. It could either be shading, or it could be some light dry brushing, like super light dry brushing. And it's not just the lion's cloth right here. It is also on the fur parts in the boot. I would have preferred, to tell you the truth, a wash in order to, you know, bring out those details more, but it still manages to bring out the details a little bit. There is a nice paint around the, you know, rope right here holding that lion's cloth. And by the way, guys, there is a sheath right here for his knife that works just swell. But again, other than that, you know, little bit of paint, there is no paint on him. Yeah, there is no paint other than what's on his lion's cloth and the little bit that's on his boots. I do like that shredded body, though. It does look good on him. His silhouette looks good, and that face sculpt looks good. So what could you do with a figure that's basically almost, you know, partially in the buff, you know? Not much. So with that being said, let's just go into the articulation. He does come with a ball and hinge up there, but because of that hair, you're not going to get much movement up. Looking down, though, you do get a bit. However, when it comes to tilt again, that hair is a hindrance. Thankfully, you are able to rotate, though. Now, shoulders, basic T-pose, guys. You do full 360 right there. Butterfly joints go back this much. Forward a little bit. There is a bicep cut that works just fine. Double jointed, pinless elbows that get you good range. And the ab crunch, that ugly ab crunch, guys, gets you good forward. Gets you good back again, but that dang gap, it's ugly. There is a waist cut though, and thankfully the lion's cloth is able to move a little bit to make it be a little more natural. You know, you got to fidget around with it. Now for legs, surprisingly, it does good splits. I'm not mad with that. They kick forward. Not pretty much horizontal, but I guess that's okay, considering that the lion's cloth is hindering it a little too. So that's all right, whatever. Back just a tad. Thigh cut works just fine. Double jointed, pinless knees that get you great range. Considering that the fur is there, I would have thought that it would have been a hindrance, but it's not. Now, speaking of that fur, there is a boot cut cleverly hidden at the top. So that works just fine. Ankles go up like this, back like that, and there is pivot. Like I said, guys, I like how he looks. I'm not mad with the accessories that he comes with. Other than that forearms and, the gappage, I kind of like the figure. But now that we went through it, let's see how he compares with other Marvel Legends. And our first comparison will be with a couple of X-Men figures with a fellow wavemate in Cable to the right and Wolverine from the X-Men 90s animated series VHS box set. Height-wise, guys, it works. Look-wise, Cable looks perfect with him. Now, Wolverine does have that cell shading, but I still think it works. And over here, we got him up next to some more X-Men. Right there on the left is the Storm from the Storm and Thunderbird 2-pack. And to the right is Colossus from the Colossus and Juggernaut 2-pack. Now, the reason I put him up side by side with these two X-Men is because one of my favorite KAZAR stories involves the giant size X-Men team. So I just wanted to see how they look like together. And over here, I just wanted to put him up next to some regular Marvel superheroes with the 20th anniversary Marvel Legends Captain America right there on the left and the Tom Holland Spider-Man right there on the right. And although this is a more movie-inspired Spider-Man, I still think it got a comic book feel to it. Height-wise, I think it works. Look-wise, it also works. Same with Captain America. And since he is from the Savage Land, I thought a final comparison should be with the dinosaur. Now, guys, I'm not a big Jurassic Park collector. In fact, this is my only dinosaur that I do got. And the only reason that I did get it was because it was for $5 at Big Bad Toy Store. Something super low. I remember that. If you guys are interested in which one is it, it's from the Jurassic World Dominion and all of that. However, I never opened it until I got this KAZAR. And unfortunately, it is a bit on the small side. But you could fudge it with some clever posing, clever angles, and all of that. I know there's dinosaurs that are better suited, a bit bigger. But this was the only one that I had. So in conclusion, there's not really much bad I can say about this figure, guys, because I do like it. The set of accessories that it comes with is adequate for KAZAR. The fact that they chose the Vulcan body was a good choice because it suits him. Also, they made it suit him better by making him more shredded and all of that. So I do think that's awesome. However, the fact that it is used on the Vulcan body is where my gripe comes from, and that's the mold lines in his forearms. I mean, there's gotta be a way around that, but give him new forearms or something. This is a bare figure, and that stands out like a sore thumb. That being said, I still do enjoy it, and if you guys are interested in it, I will leave a link down in the descriptions. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like, comment, and subscribe, because all of that stuff helps out the channel. My name is Ron from Comics and Stuff, and I'll check you guys on the next episode. Peace.